Alright, good morning everyone from the land of smiles, also known as Thailand. I am in Phuket right now. I'm here via the Phuket Sandbox. So I'm on day 6 today. Today's my 6th day of being here. So I actually have to go get the another test for being here as part of the sandbox. You have to get a certain amount of negative tests done, or testing, and get negative results hopefully to stay here. So I have to go get a test today. I already had to pay for it. It's part of the requirements for the sandbox program. So I have my appointment in about half an hour. So I'm gonna go get a quick bite, and then I have a taxi that's gonna meet me downstairs. And then after breakfast, I'll head over there and get my test done. So there is quite a bit of requirements though. So I've been getting a lot of questions in my comments on my videos about what it takes to be here for that right now. So I'm gonna go over that today. I figured that's a perfect video to do today. Exactly what you have to do to get here for the Phuket Sandbox. Here, I'll talk a little bit more, but let's show you the pool this morning. It looks amazing already. So yeah, basically it's 14 days. You have to get quite a bit of things. For me, it's been 100% worth it so far. I'm on day 6 of 14, but I'm very happy and grateful to be here. It's been such an amazing time. The locals have been incredible, very welcoming, so kind, and I'm loving the Thai culture so far. So for me, it's been worth it 100%. There's still so much I want to see. Yeah, that pool looks great. I'm gonna be down there later on again. Been down there every day. That's where I'll be going for breakfast right now. So yeah, let me flip it back over. So yeah, I have to go get my test done after this test. Then I have one more on day 13 that I have to go get done at the same location. And then after that, I am pretty much a free man to do whatever I want in Thailand. So, but this is not a bad way to spend 14 days at all. It's a beautiful resort here. So anyway, I'm gonna go over those requirements in this video though. Hopefully it helps a lot of you. I know I had some confusion while applying for it and getting all the requirements met. So if I can help anyone else through that process, I'm more than happy to do it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go get this test done, get it out of the way, and then we'll go over some more requirements. I'll probably show you if there's anything cool along the way too, so stay tuned. Okay, so I just got back to my room from getting the test done. It's my second test being done while here in Thailand. The first was at the airport, this is the second one, and then I'll have a third one on day 12, which is my final one before I can leave the sandbox after 14 days. Some good and bad out of it. The bad is that was the worst test I've gone through. They went really, really, really deep with the nasal swab. So it's right up your nose like a Q-tip. I'm talking about, it was pretty rough. So I've heard Thailand shows no mercy. The one at the airport wasn't too bad, but this one was, it was rough. I kind of had to back my head away, and I coughed a couple times because of how deep it went. And I think I made him a little mad, but oh well, should have given me a warning or something. But yeah, that one's done. So now it just needs to come back negative, hopefully. Other than that, I did pass by. I was on a tuk-tuk, so basically like on the back of a truck. So I didn't have the best view ever, but I did find a couple of areas that we definitely need to go and explore. Okay, so they're cleaning my room right now, so I got out of the room, so now is the perfect time to go over what's required for the sandbox, since I'm here hanging out by the pool, got a few minutes to spare. Okay, so what's the Phuket Sandbox? Basically, it's quarantine-free entrance into Thailand, right? So there's two options. One of them is ASQ, which means that you're basically locking yourself into a hotel room for 15 days because the first day doesn't count. And you literally have to stay inside your hotel. You cannot leave at all. They bring you 3 meals a day. The only time you basically get to leave is to go take a beer situation test, if you know what I'm saying. And then you go right back to your room. Like, you literally are stuck in your room for 2 weeks. So the other option is the Phuket Sandbox, which is what I'm doing right now. So It's a sealed route basically on the island of Phuket. So you're pretty much, you're agreeing that you're going to stay on this island. So I'll take this over a hotel room any day, right? The island of Phuket has been beautiful. I've had a blast. I just went today and found even more stuff to explore. So anyway, what's required though, because there are quite a few requirements that you have to meet. Number one is you have to have proof that you've had both jabs, both shots, if you know what I'm saying. So you have to have a certificate or proof that you've had that. You have to download the app on your phone. So it's like the health app basically, where you're being tracked, you're being traced, so they know that you're not leaving the sealed route, and also who you've come in contact with, just in case of worst case scenario. So you have to have that downloaded onto your phone. So just be prepared for that. It's going to happen. You have to have a RT-PCR test done before you leave your home country. And mine had to be done 72 hours before boarding my flight to get here. That was a nightmare situation. Watch my arrival video if you want to see what happened with mine. But I had to take a second one and pay a lot of money for it just to get it on time. So yeah, but anyway, you have to have a negative test before even boarding your flight and arriving here. You have to buy the beer situation insurance. So you have to buy some insurance. Basically, most of them cover a lot of other stuff other than just the beer situation though. So it's kind of like a medical insurance, I guess you can say. But there are certain requirements for that. Just make sure that it meets it. But yeah, you have to have insurance for it. And then you have to apply for a certificate of entry through the Thai embassy, or a COE, certificate of entry. Basically, that's where you submit all of your paperwork, your arrival date, your departure date, and it has to be precise. So make sure your dates are 100% accurate, because they will reject it if something doesn't add up. You have to send them your flight information, your hotel, everything, and then they'll either approve it or deny it. And like I said, I've heard people say that theirs got denied because their dates, their flight dates or something, were like a day off. So just make sure you double and triple check everything. You have to stay at an SHA Plus hotel in Phuket. SHA Plus means that it's met the minimum criteria or guidelines, basically to be approved by the government for the Phuket Sandbox. So it has to be SHA Plus approved. Most hotels are really good about putting that on their website, or whatever site you're using to book it. They're gonna show that off because it's important right now. It's pretty much necessary. So it has to be an SHA Plus approved hotel. And then you also have to prepay for the test that you get done out here. So you're going to take one at the airport. I took one today on day 6, and then I take another one on day 12. You have to pay for those in advance. For me, it was 8,000 Thai baht for all 3 of them. I don't know if there's different packages if you go through different people. I really don't know how it works. I went with that one. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Anyway, I went through an agency, and that's what they got me. It seems like it was kind of the price. I was seeing it everywhere anyway. A couple of things to keep in mind. Your double jabs have to be at least 14 days prior to your departure from your home country to Thailand, and then not more than 12 months old. Other things to important: you must stay in an SHA Plus accredited hotel in Phuket only. You must fly to Phuket from abroad. No transit in Bangkok is allowed. If you're staying less than 14 days in Phuket, you must fly out of Phuket to an international destination only. And if you're staying for 14 days or more in Phuket and sealed routes like Samui and Krabi, you will then be able to travel to any domestic destination in Thailand. So basically, once I'm done with the sandbox, and my hotel asked me this when I checked in, they're like, are you going back home, or are you staying in Thailand, or what? And I said, yeah, I plan to stay in Thailand. So they wrote it on my paperwork. So they're going to give me, I believe they call it a certificate of health. After that, I can go anywhere in Thailand I want. So you're going to have to carry that with you, but that's your golden ticket if you want to go anywhere else in Thailand. My experiences so far, just make sure that you have your 72 your test that you have to get done 72 hours before leaving your country. If it's on a weekend, or if the 72 hours lands on a weekend, just make sure you're giving yourself time, or for sure that the tests are going to come back in time, because my flight was on a Monday, so a lot of labs said that weekends would delay their testing. So even though I got one done Saturday right when they opened in the morning, I didn't get it done in time. So I had to get another test done on Monday and pay $300 to make sure I got the results back before my departing flight. So just make sure that you're asking the lab, hey, am I going to get it back on time? And you absolutely know. And it probably is better to have a backup plan just in case. What else? I went through a travel agency and they were very reasonably priced, if I'm being honest. I think I only paid about 35 or 40 US dollars more than if I would have booked it all on my own. And that also included transportation from the airport. So I feel like with transportation from the airport, honestly, I didn't pay very much extra, if anything. And they took care of everything for me, everything. They booked my hotel, they booked my insurance, they booked my jabs or my tests required. They did all my COE for me. So they actually did all the paperwork with the Thai embassy for me. So when I landed at the airport, there was someone with my name on there ready to transport me to my hotel. And then I just got an email saying your certificate of entry has been approved. Print out all this paperwork in this order. You're going to need it all at the airport. They're going to double and triple check it. I mean, I can't say enough for how excellent they were. So I went through an agency. If anyone wants to know, I'd be more than happy to provide you their name. Just comment in this video and I'll give you their information. But it's been worth every penny and I'd highly recommend it. If you're not going through an agency and you want to book through yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. More power to you. Like I said, just when you're applying for your COE, just make sure you double and triple check your dates. When you're trying to book a hotel, don't be afraid to actually contact the hotel directly. I did that a couple of times before I found this agency, and the hotels, when I emailed them or when I contacted them on Facebook through Messenger, they were actually willing to give me a lower rate if I contacted them directly. And the other thing that they were very helpful is they will either give you some kind of a deal too where you can prepay them for the tests as well. But what's very helpful is you don't know the nearest testing site. So if you contact the hotel, they'll tell you what the nearest testing site is. You don't want to be staying in Rawai and book a testing site in Patong, which is a 30-minute drive away, because you didn't know any better. So, reach out to your hotel. They're very helpful. They're very informative. They're locals. They can tell you better than anyone. So yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to hotels. Try to get a better deal too. Aside from that, it was very efficiently run. Once you land at the hotel, it was very smoothly run. I mean, it is a little time consuming depending on how many people are on your flight, but they had a lot of people on it. So overall, I'm not even halfway through it. I'm almost halfway through it. It's been a beautiful time. The people have been so kind and so friendly, and I'm just so grateful to be here. So if I can think of anything else throughout the day, I'll add it in there. But yeah, I try to address a lot of the questions that I got in comments the last few days since I've been here. And yeah, other than that, I'll probably go over some of the restrictions like in town that Phuket has right now a little bit later on. Maybe I'll do it when I'm at the pool bar or something. But yeah, stay tuned and I'll bring a couple more things to your attention throughout the day. But if I've brought any value to you, please like, please subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel up so I can bring you even more fun stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Okay, so I'm back in my room. Basically, just wanted to wrap this video up with a couple of last minute things. Ultimately, there are some restrictions in Phuket right now. There is a 9 p.m. curfew. If you've been watching my videos the last few days, there is a 9 p.m. curfew. There are some things staying open later. I'll leave it at that. It is what it is. But yeah, 9 p.m. curfew. 7-Elevens, family stores, stuff like that, stop selling alcohol at 9 p.m. as well. There is an alcohol ban at restaurants right now. Bars and nightclubs are still closed right now. Let me see, gyms, massage shops, stuff like that, from what I can tell, are open. But I'll leave it at this. Every time I've gone to a restaurant, anything I've asked for to drink wise, I've not had an issue. I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, there's definitely things to do. The beaches are open. I'm having a great time playing tourist right now. I'm enjoying it. So, just make sure you know your research of what restrictions are in effect right now. I believe the current restrictions are in place until mid September. And then they're going to probably keep them the same, lift them. I don't know what they're going to do. But we'd probably hear about that in another week or so. But I believe it's until mid September right now. So just do your due diligence, do your research, and make sure it's something you want to do. I'm having a blast. I'm enjoying it out here. If you have any questions, comment, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability or find out the answer for you. But yeah, yes, there's some hoops you have to jump through to get out here, but it's been fantastic so far. So I hope this has been helpful. I really do. Again, please like and subscribe if I've brought any value to you. Other than that, I'll show some more areas of Hawaii tomorrow now that I've found them. So I have some good content coming up. So just like every other day, make today count. It's a beautiful day. Make the best of it. Thank you so much.